Hello, friends and viewers. Welcome back to Elena Vin. Today, I just want to address some seemingly, issues that have been popping up in relationships, and uh, I also want to give certain advice on how to handle um, issues. You see, many a times we tend to forget a lot of things, a lot of values in relationships. I'll be addressing some things. I've had people call me, write me, mail me, and complain of certain habits. I want to talk about the importance of addressing issues from the beginning of a relationship. Many a times we fall in love with people not knowing what they do, not knowing their way of life, their lifestyle. We are head over heels with people like that. And along the line, we discover there's one or two habits of theirs that are not so appealing. Take, for example, you meet a guy, you guys have some sort of connection. After a couple of talks, dates, and you realize that, okay, this is an okay guy. I would like to have something to do with this guy. You have this vibe, you feel him, he feels you, and you start something. And everything is going smoothly. And then you discover probably this guy smokes, or this guy drinks heavily, or this guy is he has one or two habits. But because of the fact that you are in love, you wave it and say, okay, I'll talk to him about it, or probably it's not going to affect my relationship with him. Or in the first stage of dating, you realize that this guy happens to be, his level of addressing issues does not align with yours. Or you discover that one or two things that you really don't like, or probably the same thing you were avoiding from the previous relationship, or the same thing you had to cope from the previous relationships, are the things you are experiencing in this new relationship, and you fail to address it. Let me tell you something. When you get into a relationship, the best time to address issues is from the beginning. You discover your girlfriend, you discover one or two things, because there are no perfect beings. Nobody's perfect. You discover your boyfriend is the kind that, comes back home late, and you're not that kind of person. Or you discover your boyfriend is the type that, he doesn't respect, he doesn't respect your, or as in, I don't know, he doesn't respect women. He talks down on women. Don't think because he loves you, it's going to be an exception. Relationships are for values. Relationship are for, is more like an institution, just like marriage is. People would say marriage is an institution. How did you get into marriage? Then if marriage is an institution, then relationship is the exam that qualifies you to be in the marriage, right? Now, during your exams, won't you prepare? Won't you look at the checks and balances? If I answer this question this way, how will it be? Will I pass my exams? So I just want you to know that the best time to address issues, disagreement, what you don't like, the likes and dislikes, talk about your likes, talk about your dislike from the beginning of the relationship. The things you feel might affect you, don't hide it. Don't say, I don't know how he would feel about it. Say it. Let him know that from the onset you told him. If he's committed to respecting you as a woman, he would address them. And don't try to change a person. Change comes as a result of gradual, gradual talks, support, advice, encouragement. You can't change a person overnight. You can't change a man that has been all his life has been hanging out with friends. Then he met you and you just tell him, oh, I don't want you to be hanging out with friends. There's subtle way to go about it. That's one. Then two, also don't make your demands seem like a command. Don't make your observation seem like, oh, you have to choose between me. I see that a lot. The guy would tell the lady, oh, I notice you've been so close to you. You don't put conditions. Learn to understand yourself. Talk about it. If there are things you don't like from the way, or probably is the kind that when he talks and expresses himself, he raises his voice. Some men are like that, maybe because of their upbringing or because of the environment they found themselves. It's not a right thing to do with a woman. I do tell people something from personal experience. Do you know that the same message you convey while raising your voice is the same message you convey while talking calmly? So why raise your voice? The same point would be, so you address it. Oh, babe, this is the kind of person I am. I don't like it when people shout, because people are wired differently. There are people that prefer to be spoken to, corrected without shouting. The moment you shout, you destabilize their system, especially the ladies. The moment you shout at a lady, she becomes confused, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of, low self-esteem sets in, and a little bit of, am I a child? Feeling. He's meant to be my boyfriend, he's meant to be my husband, he's meant to be my lover. If he's conveying a message, why must it shout? So this goes out to the guys, this also goes out to the ladies. Now you want to convey a message to your boyfriend about things you don't like, or things, rather than saying it in a subtle way, because your previous relationship went the way it went and you were in charge, or your boyfriend was okay with you telling him, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. You felt it was okay, or you telling him, okay, this is it, or correcting him in some sort of ways, you felt it was okay, doesn't mean that the next person would see it the same way. So please, I always advise, from the beginning of relationship, learn to address issues calmly, maturely, correct maturely, advise each other maturely, and that way relationships will be perfect. That way you see that a lot of changes would come, a lot of things. And this goes out to the guys. The ladies are very intelligent set of beings. Yes, we sometimes underestimate women. Women are very powerful. Women do not want much. What a woman wants generally is love, respect, and care. It's not too hard to give. It's not too hard to, And what a man wants is the same thing, but in a different way. The care you would give a man might not come in terms of substance, finance, and the rest. Not saying you shouldn't if you have the means, but the primary thing a man wants is love and respect. Every other thing a man can sort himself out. Learn to know when to talk, learn to know when he's getting angry, and the ability for you to realize that sending a point is not through winning arguments. That's the beginning of maturity. You can always convey your message. You notice you are arguing with your boyfriend and his voice is going on, your girlfriend, the environment is becoming tense. One person should be calm. You could be calm. It doesn't make you a coward. It doesn't make you stupid. You are only trying to diffuse the whole issue. You're only trying to detonate the seemingly bomb that is about to explode. Because at the end of the day, words spoken in anger could not be retrieved. They resound in the head. Watch what you say when you're angry. Handle things calmly. Discuss things. And everything will be fine. Thank you very much, and see you again in the next episode.